Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another What's Up Wednesday, episode 181. Over 3 years of getting us together to talk about travel, talk about vans. We got the sunset cam going on tonight. That's going to be pretty amazing here in a little bit. There's nothing like autumn in the air. And let me tell you, in this place, it is, you can smell it in the morning. If we're meeting for the first time, howdy, my name is Scott. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Go small, live large. All about compact travel experiences so we can have richer, more fulfilling lives. Been inspiring humans since 2018. Yes, we got a great crowd in here already tonight. Hello, everybody. Got a big announcement. I'm going to play that video for you here in just a minute. What I've learned over the years is that this is not news to many of you, but doing the right things the right way, in the right manner of not trying to land the fish, just doing the right things, creating relationships the right way is kind of the punchline. So all of the partners that I've had, RV brands over the years, it's because we've wanted to work together. Many of them have approached me. I think they all have, actually. And as I think about it, I think they all have, which is kind of cool, right? And Wingamm is one of those. They came onto the scene a few years ago at the Super Show, and we stayed in touch with them. We created content with them. Last year, 2 years ago, I guess it was, at the Super Show, I was the only YouTuber to stay the night in their Wingamm Oasi 540 that is built in Italy. They're coming to the US. They're a little behind schedule, but good things take time. And if you're part of the Embassy RV family, you know that the Cape Cod that just was released, that I stayed in last week, this same night, good things take time. And I got a really big announcement for you. So let me play that. And this is what I'm having for Libation Live tonight. So enjoy this. This video is going to post in 1 hour at 8:10 Eastern. So you're the first ones to see it. You're the first ones to learn about it. And you're the first ones to mark your calendars for September 28th. Let me play the video. Here we go. Thanks for tuning in to the special announcement. On Saturday, September 28, 2024, at 11 a.m. Eastern. Hold. How does this work? Please hold. Video file. God, I practiced this and it worked great. Hold on. There it goes. Okay. Let me back this bad boy up. Let me make sure you can hear this okay. Thanks for tuning in to the special announcement. On Saturday, September 28, 2024, at 11 a.m. Eastern Time, we're going to be doing a YouTube live stream from Italy, from Wingamm headquarters. The CEO of Wingamm Group, Lorena Turri, is going to give us a tour of the interior and the exterior of the US Oasi 540.1 from the Wingamm headquarters. Joining us too will be Tony Diamond from Wingamm USA. And let me kind of tell you what we're going to cover during this live stream. You don't want to miss it. Lorena will be demonstrating some of the cool features of the Oasi, including the pull-down bed and the compacting table that turns into yet another bed. In addition, we'll be covering RV systems of the US Oasi 540.1, including electrical, battery, water, waste, and a lot more. Also, we're going to be answering some of the most popular questions posed by Oasi reservation holders and those that are curious about this ultra-compact RV that's imported from Italy to the US. Did I mention it's only 17.7 feet long? It's about the size of a Honda Odyssey in length. Tony from Wingamm USA will also be covering availability, pricing, the reservation process, and where can you see an Oasi in person in the US. I am super honored that they chose Go Small, Live Large to put together this live stream from the factory in Italy. It's just been an honor working with them as they continue to move forward with rolling out these amazing motorhomes. What can you do next? Mark your calendar, September 28, 2024, 11 a.m. You can visit my website, GoSmallLiveLarge.com. All the information is there. You can also visit Wingamm.com to see these incredible compact RVs, not like anything else on the market in the US. As always, we wish you to journey on and peace be with you. We'll see you soon. yeah, pretty excited about this. We have been talking about this for a long time, and it's we're working really hard to make sure we have no technical difficulties, because that's a long way away, Italy. But the CEO of Wingamm, she's going to do a live tour with a couple of her team, and then I'm going to be doing it from wherever state I'm in at that point, probably Florida. And then Tony's going to be coming in as from his office in Nashville. So it's got a big thing. I see Adam's comment here. Yeah, 4 years in the making. Good things take time. There's some things I could have done better for sure. But ask anybody, even like an Embassy RV owner. They're custom crafted, and you put your money down. They can't really give you a date. A lot of it's based on chassis availability and probably know all the drill. But not making excuses for them. I think they could have done some things a little bit differently and better. But nonetheless, they are moving forward. This is not vaporware. It's a real rig, and I can't wait for it to get here to really disrupt the RV business as we know it from the big guys, because I think they're going to pull it off. It just takes time. So mark your calendars. Saturday, September 28th, it's going to be at 11 a.m. Eastern, and I'm super excited about that. So it's really big news, really big deal for the channel, and it's just, again, been so great working with them behind the scenes all these years. So on my website is you'll find that now, and that clicks off to a add event, so you can actually add it to your calendar, so you don't want to miss that event. And I'm also doing a Patreon roundup on Friday here in Indianapolis. So if you're in the Indianapolis area and you're a member of our Patreon group, which is a great group, by the way, we just had a call just a few days ago, right? And it was in Marie's van. Just go here and you get the details. It's for the benefactor and true believer level folks. So that's the deal there. So let's say hi to some folks. We had a crazy day. I recorded 3 videos yesterday and edited 2. And then today we had a road trek on there at the Hershey show, which I went to 2 years ago up in Hershey, Pennsylvania. Spectacular location. I just fell in love with Lancaster. How do you guys say that? And which is down the road from Hershey. I decided not to go last year nor this year. Florida's the one to be at, so we'll probably still be doing Florida. But let's say hi to folks. We got Sharon twice in one day. Sharon, God love you. That's so great. Let us know where you're coming in from. I'm in Indianapolis area. Hello, Scott and everyone there. What's up? Wednesday back at home base, Florida in the rain. Yeah, I talked to Kyle today. It's just been raining for like 2 days. And the poor folks in Louisiana, southern Louisiana, was it Baton Rouge? They're getting a lot of rain from that hurricane. And we should take a minute and just think about, what was it, 2001? September 11th, a day that shook and changed the world forever. Certainly for Americans, and a lot of people lost their lives. So let's just give a minute or a few seconds just to kind of remember that day. I'll never forget that day. And let me know what you were doing on September 11th. It was 2001, right? God, 23 years ago. Is that insane? Let's see. We got Mercy in the house. Hot, yeah. It was hot here today too, about 85. It's gonna be cool down tonight, hence the fire. Although it keeps blowing at me, and it's nowhere near that temperature now. It's 81. Although it will get to 52 tonight. How's the sunset doing? Let's take a look. Oh yeah. Let me know if you've ordered a new iPhone. I skipped the last generation. I have an iPhone 14. That's what this is, and I don't know why that looks so cloudy, but I got mine on order. I was waiting for a much better camera system for video in particular. Cheers, everybody. And so I've got mine teed up to order. I'm getting black, which I've never had a black iPhone, I don't think, except for the very early ones when they only came in black, right? So let me know if you get a new iPhone. And I'm super excited for the Apple Intelligence. And I will see if I can bring up this website. Maybe I'll use my iPad. So I want to do some video recording tomorrow. Let's say hi to Dale. What's up, Dale? Quarters 22GL. Good. Rig, sir. San Diego, Ramona, H93, high 93, low 72. Got it. That's is that the name of your van, Dale? Quarters? And how long have you had that, sir? And where is your most favorite trip thus far? Here's David. We were chatting like crazy yesterday, David. God love you. Oh, here's John in the house. Good to see you, sir. John and Sue checking in from just north of Bardstown, Kentucky. The Kentucky Bourbon Festival is this weekend, and I will not be there. Gas is $2.89. It's like $3.19 around here. Wow, you're gonna have a blast. I'm gonna be rolling through. Is it this weekend that the festival is? Yeah, I won't. I don't know. I'll be in Louisville. So maybe we can cross paths as I head south through Kentucky next week. I want to make some video stops at some of the distillers. Eric's in the house. Good to see you, sir. Locust Lake State Park, Barnesville, Pennsylvania. Temp is 65. Yeah, it warmed up here. It was just been beautiful weather. It's just fall, without a doubt, is my favorite season. Maybe that's one reason I don't really care for Florida all that much, because there's no seasons. It's kind of hot and hotter. Humid and more humid. Now it is beautiful in January, February, March. January, February. All right, December, January, February. But man, oh man, there is the people that never see snow, that never see leaves change, never see everything die, and then come back to life in the spring, and they don't know what they're missing in my boat. So that's my favorite season of the year. Let me know what your favorite season of the year. That would be super great. Jane and Roger, they're joining from Boondockers Welcome in Riga, New York. They're all, if you're on our Patreon group, you got to see their new setup. They've got a new Rover van gear ladder, tire carrier, and expedition box. It makes their van Discovery look super tough and muscular. It looks so great because they have it's white on the exterior, and they got black, and well, there you can see the thumbnail. Jeez. And it just looks so great. Yeah, look forward to the Oasi. Yeah, me too. I was just stunned when I saw it, and stayed the night in it. It was really, and drove it, and I'm really excited. We've kind of mentioned this before, that we're just going to work with really awesome brands as kind of a go forward, and they're one of them for sure. And they're really excited to get the rigs in people's hands. Here's Justin in the house. Hey, Scott, tuning in from Bardstown, Kentucky. Mid-80s, sun here. I believe gas around 270. That's a great downtown. I street camped there many times, literally just a block off of Main Street. That's a great town. Be sure and go to the Bourbon Bar. It's just off Main Street, one block. I wonder if they have the festival this weekend. Probably not, because they got the Kentucky Bourbon Festival going on. But the Volstead. Go to the Volstead. I think they have like 600 bottles of bourbon in this nondescript building, and it's super cozy inside, and it's really awesome. Volstead, yeah, look that up. And here's Adam. Yeah, stay tuned, sir. We can hear us. Here's Bernie Butts. Is there any date at this point? I was just on their website yesterday, US version, and notice current price is just over 190,000. No dates yet. I expect they will be giving us some of that information, Bernie, on the 28th. That's definitely one of the things I was like, we have to tell folks what's happening, just not just show them a rig, right? That's a big part of it, but we want to know some of those details. So they're working really hard. It's a huge lift. Not making excuses, but there's Van Liberty. Thank you for your email, sir. Hey, all. Nice firebox in the background. Yeah, it's pretty groovy, right? I've been using it this week. I've been here for a few nights. This is really a nice, it's kind of expensive, but it's really nice. And tomorrow I'm going to go record videos. I want you to help me with that. I'm going to have you help me choose some of the locations I'm going to go to. Here's Frisco Tea in the house. Frisco Tea, God love you. I heard Ira texted. I was like, I'm headed back to Florida. Probably another 2 weeks I'll be back. And I'm already, how can I get out of Florida again? what's my trip plan to get out? I'm not sure I've ever been in Florida in September. Now I think about it, maybe October last year. I don't know. So I'm already trying to think of. They got lots going on anyway. So funny. Here's Kathmandu. The Wingamm configurator is live at the website. Not many options. Pricing starts at $188. Yeah, it's a lot of money. It's a lot of rig, and they're not using the fake pricing like so many of the other dealers do. Embassy doesn't do it. These guys don't do it. I would expect some of that to continue to get updated as things move forward, but it's going to be disruptive. And really, if you think about it, RVs in general, vans in particular, high-end vans, high-end RVs are very much a luxury item. And if you think about how that sales process is largely, I mean, the Hershey RV show is going on right now. And, this is going to kind of upset some people. I don't know. But, is it a luxury item sales experience that you get at an RV dealer? Or is it the overweight, middle-aged guy with the polo and a big old mustard stain on his belly, and he's trying to get you to close you today for 180 grand or 150 grand or for 75,000? I mean, other than a house, it's probably the most expensive thing people buy. Is that the kind of retail experience that you would expect from a luxury item? Is that what you get at an Apple store, at a, I don't know, watch store, right? And so I think I don't know. We'll see where it goes, but I'm super excited for him. Matt in the house. I don't have my shaker. My laptop is sitting on it. I'd have to. Thank you, Matt. God love you. Matt's a great guy. He joined us for our Patreon Zoom this last week, right? The days just go by. Yeah, it was that was 4 years ago. Things have gone up. Let's see. Oh, here's Van Liberty. So on September 11, 9/11, just got back from Minnesota snowmobiling, grass drags, and vendor event. What the heck? Woke up to the disaster. Yeah, I kind of did the same thing. I was in Seattle at the time, and I at that time lived kind of in the city, and I commuted by bus to Renton, and it was and I-5. Thank you, Van Liberty. Goes right by Boeing Field, which is an active airstrip. But SeaTac was over the hill up on the plateau, a very active airport. And what just struck me was that there was no planes in the sky. No planes in the sky. And there wasn't for a couple of days, right? And it was so eerie. Here's Kathy. Hi, Scott. Just traveled a couple hundred miles up to Newport Richey. Where is that? That sounds kind of cool. Thank you, Kathy, for joining us tonight. Really appreciate that. Here's Jack. Georgia Jack. Hello from Sparta, Tennessee, on the way to the Bourbon Festival this weekend. We will miss you. Any other GSLL community members going? So we got Sue and Ann and Justin, I think, right? I don't think Marie was going this time. Cheers, everybody. But I'll be passing through probably early next week. So maybe if you guys are still hanging around the area, there's a couple harvest hosts. Elizabethtown, I definitely want to stop there. There's a harvest host with a wine, and but their downtown is super cute. And there's an awesome bourbon bar. I think it's called Bourbon Barrel, and they got like 400 bottles of bourbon. Then I kind of sneak back to the harvest host that serves wine. I don't know. So let's just stay in touch, because I am very excited to get moving. I'm been planted here to get a lot of work done, a lot of videos. I got a lot of partner work for Embassy, for Road Trek, Wingamm. So a lot going on, and it's hard for me to work when I'm in motion. So, but I'm excited to get moving. But great to see you, Jack. Every time I think about 10-year Russells, I think of you, Jack. I'm just saying. Van Liberty, north in the summer and south in the winter. Yeah. Except now these days, you got to be kind of in elevation in the summer because it's pretty hot. So here's Marcia. 9/11 had 500 HR and payroll folks from around the U.S. in training, whom couldn't get home for days. Yeah, I just met my old Apple boss, who I not seen in 13 years. We were actually talking on his experience of 9/11, and he got stranded with. It was quite a. It just the world, and it still takes a disaster to get lessons learned. It just kind of drives me crazy. This thing is really putting up the heat. Can I turn it down? I was thinking about, this is the charcoal girl right here, and I was thinking about cooking steaks. I went to the grocery today, but just too much. So we'll do that tomorrow. Love grilled meat. Not sure I could ever be a vegetarian. What about you? Here's Roger and Jane. Love the Rover van racks and gearbox. Yes, and I think David said that, look at all that stuff that now Jane can put in. In that box. Van Liberty saying he's trying to catch a Starship launch in Texas late this year. So unbelievable to witness in person. That's a good idea. And in Florida, that's one great thing. Cape Canaveral, just a few hours up the road. Maybe I'll try and swing some stuff like that. That would be something to see that ship go off. Holy cow. Hi, Shelby. Good to see you. Thanks for chiming in on the Patreon. And Shelby's made a great point on Patreon. For the ones that are spending a few dollars, we can chat, which is pretty cool. And she was saying that as we age, it gets harder to twist things, it's harder to get down on the knees, and that's why it's just so important to do this this being travel, as often as you can, as soon as you can, as long as you can. I've met some of those people at the Road Trek Rally, and holy cow, they were senior citizens, and they were still out doing it. And they were pretty excited. So I'm just really proud of you, Shelby, for doing it. God love you. From Milwaukee, Wisconsin. I love Milwaukee. I love Wisconsin. Oh, my God. I wish I was still there. Here's Lyle in the house. Scott checking in from rainy and hot South Florida. Don't hurry back. There's some good advice. Maybe we'll just hang out in, I don't know, Tennessee and Kentucky. That's funny. Hey, Bobby's in the house. Hey, everyone from Willis, Texas. That's where Wilbur lives. Good to see you, ma'am. Frisco T, got a question. Laugh out loud. I'm daydreaming of Badlands, Utah. Any city that isn't a strip mall or subdivision. Yeah, that's kind of like Florida. Strip malls and subdivisions. And I'm totally with you. Kathmandu's got a comment here. To my understanding, Ford is raising the price of the 2025 Transit by $5,000 compared to 2024. I would not doubt that. Speaking of Ford Transit, thank you, Kathmandu. We got, and Roger got to see a Ford Transit Trail in person at Rover Vans. He's building out one of them now. They're very rare in the wild. Roger, what did he say the price was? I think it was like $5,000 extra for the Trail. And it had some cool looking trim on the sides, kind of around the wheel wells to make it look pretty rugged. And they lift it, but they lift it in a way that you get no more ground clearance, which I thought was like, it's not kind of the whole point. Jeez. And the grill was different. He's built one out. I think he's taken to the Adventure Van Expo. It's next week. That Embassy is going to be at. So that's the Adventure Van Expo in North Lake Tahoe, California. So Bobby wants to know, are you hitting up any distilleries? There's some surprisingly good ones out there. Yes, Matt saying I saw him on Zoom. That's so great. Matt saying at my age, David, I'm happy to be seen. It's always good to see you, Matt. God love you. Let's see. Here's Dale. Longest, so this is in his 2022 GL Travado. Longest trip to date, 10 weeks. South Dakota, Key West, to Carolinas and back. Holy cow. Too much to describe. Rig's name is Quarters. That's a trip, sir. Wow. Holy cow. You really covered a lot of territory. That is awesome. Did you love South Dakota? It's probably one of my favorite states, especially over by the Badlands and the Black Hills, right? Who was I talking to that had family in Rapid City? One of the great towns. Oh my gosh. Let's see. Cheers, everybody. Here's Kathmandu on the iPhone. On the phone front, I've been using iPhone 13 Pro. We'll upgrade to iPhone 16 as soon as possible. Really waiting for the more efficient 5G chip and emergency satellite calling, which the 13 doesn't have. Yeah, I'm really excited too. A lot of improvements. Form factor hasn't changed. You probably saw what's the one that comes out of China? Starts with H, doesn't it? They have a 3 fold-out phone. It's like almost $3,000 dollars, and it's kind of a trophy phone. I don't know how practical that is. It really seems something, but I'm sure Apple will be coming out with some. I'm really excited about the software. I have to be honest. The Apple Intelligence thing is. I'm super excited for the video because I use it's exclusively my video for the for doing content. Let's check the sunset, shall we? Yeah, I think things like this, because it kind of looks like that. It was a little pretty earlier. But yeah, I'm just really excited. They too are expensive, but the good stuff costs money. And in my case, it's a huge part of my toolkit. So good job. Look at you. Heaven Hill tomorrow. Yeah, that's actually very cool. That's where Larceny's made. Man, there's a bunch of brands made there. Be sure and try and do the tasting. It's super interesting. If you do the tasting that has fill your own bottle, I think it's like $70 for the ticket, but you get a bottle of booze, and if you have two, you get 2 of them. You get to fill your own bottle and label it. It's pretty cool. Jeez, I just love this. You bet, Shelby. God love you. There's a lot of days I just don't want to get out of bed, and this whole thing keeps driving me forward. So I'm just really excited for shift in content and growing the audience and doing more cool, fun things. Speaking of that, let me see if I can pull up this website. Because what I want to do is, you probably have heard, if you haven't, so you'll see way less floor plan tours on my channel. I got very lazy and got very reliant on them. So now we're going to be doing experiential van travel in other vans. So we did the Dolphin. You'll see that this Sunday. The Cape Cod from Embassy. You'll see that in a few weeks. Or I'm lining up a road trek at Sunshine State RVs. So I just want to get a real feel for these rigs. I've been in a Wingamm Oasi. So and where those things take you. And that's what I'm really zoomed in on. And let me show you this website. Some of you know about this website. It's called Atlas Obscura. So so these are kind of like unusual oddities, off the beaten path, that are kind of in my wheelhouse of art, architecture, weird oddities. So if you go to atlasobscura.com, this is what I'm going to try and pull together on Thursday and Friday. They got a lot of it. It's kind of the problem here. So if you guys can go to that website, if you have another browser open, this is not coming out real well. They've got a lot of really cool stuff, including John Dillinger's grave. That's a must-see. Holy cow. They've got this twisted house. Look at this thing, right? So I'm just going to go choose 3 or 4 of these and keep the videos really short. We're going to make a meal in the van. It's going to be part of the deal. We released one of those last week. Not surprisingly, didn't perform super well. It wasn't a van floor plan tour. So we're just changing some things up. So if you guys can go, and gals can go to that website, the ones that really have me go back. have so there's the Indiana Medical History Museum. That's got to have some weird shit in it, right? So that one's probably on the list. Come on. They've got Market Street Catacombs. That sounds kind of cool. They got the ruins. This actually comes from a New York skyscraper, these ones. So hit me up on either in the chat tonight or there's the Indiana steam clock. It whistles on the hour. So if you have any ideas, or if you're familiar with Indianapolis, the greater area, it would be great to get some tips from you. Look at this one. These are like buildings, office buildings, the pyramids. So oh, look at this one. This is the Elvis Presley final concert plaque. I definitely got to go see that, right? So that's what I'm doing tomorrow and Friday. And I'm hoping to go visit with the Russos near Louisville, and then hang out in Louisville for a day or two, and then get down to the Bardstown area. So that's kind of the deal there. So lots going on in my world, which is pretty great. Thanks you for listening. Thanks for being here. Let's see what else we got going on here. This Roger and Jane Transit Trail MSRP 73.8, including $17,000 in options. Holy cow! Roger, what was the price of that Sprinter van we saw? It was an empty cargo van at Rover Vans, and I was like, that's probably about 70 grand. I think it was $83,000 for a non 4-wheel drive. It might have been all wheel. I didn't look. That's 83 grand for an empty cargo van Sprinter. That's why these things are like 200 grand, because the vehicle they ride in are pretty expensive. David Green, yeah. So many places on Apple's. Yeah, it's really a cool app. If you're traveling around and want to do some cool things that are off the beaten path, that's the way I like to roll. Check that app out. Here's Dale in Rapid City. Check out Firehouse Brewery. It's one of the best, and they got one of the best hamburgers I've ever eaten. And it's a cool place, right? All this Firehouse memorabilia. It's right downtown, and kind of what is it, like a block away is that cool like model toy shop thing with all the railroad gear and stuff. How's our sunset doing? Getting any action over here? A little bit. Then we got a cicada coming out. This is okay. Matt, I love the oddities shop you toured in your last video. I think you're onto something. I think you are right. I hope so. And I'm really pleased to. I talked with them today. I need to send them a calendar event. They're going to be on Sarah and his husband, Tim. They're going to be on What's Up Wednesday as a guest. They've been doing van life as part of their business at the Oddities Expo. Go to oddities.expo.com. There's actually, and they're going to be on, I think it's October 23. So we'll get that posted. And then the next year's schedule for the odditiesexpo.com is going to be posted on Halloween. They're like a vendor that goes to the Oddities Expo. But I am in communication with them. And what I would love to do is when they do an expo, they seem to kind of be a single day thing. But if we can, at the very least, do a roundup, or at the very best, do an overnight, I think it'd be pretty cool. I'm doing the same thing with tattoos. What was the other thing I was looking up the other day? Music festivals. Just looking for cool places to bring us together to experience our vans and each other and whatever it is that is kind of the topic of the whatever it is, like tattoos, right? Ever been to a tattoo expo? Yeah, me either. Now that I have one, where is it? Right there. It's hard to see them in there. It's kind of, I got that at the Weird Wild West. And now I want another one, right? That's kind of the way that rolls. So I don't know. We got a lot of, you know me, I've got more plans than I have time and money. Just show me. Jiminy Cricket he's right above me. No, he's right over here. Or is it a she? Do bugs have sexes? They must, right? Everything's a he to me. I don't know, except the van. She's a she. And by the way, for dinner tonight, I am having chicken, not cat or dog. Just saying. What about that thing last night, huh? Let's see. Here's Kathmandu. If you're driving from Indianapolis to Kentucky, be aware of the I-75 shooter. I think it's safe now, but I passed a SWAT truck and they deployed a drone team around the bridge. That's a good point. I'm going to try and take the back roads anyway. So thank you. That's a good point. That guy's not been caught yet. But I haven't been paying attention really either. Russ is in the house. Tarzan, give us a Tarzan yell. Tarzan and Jane, God love you. North Wisconsin, Tarzan and Jane have a bottle of Jameson Black Barrel Irish whiskey to share. Yes, sir. That was good stuff. Thank you, sir, for doing that. That was great. Let's see what so it's getting a little interesting now. Is that coming through? Yeah. No, not really. It was cool earlier. Now it's too far down the horizon. Let's see. Roger and Jane, Mercedes 2500 was all-wheel drive, and was 83 grand. Yeah, empty cargo van is just. I'm telling you, right? Fernando in the house. I talked myself out of a $200,000 van. Hotels this time of year are cheap. Yeah. Hey, you're traveling, Fernando. God love you. That's something else that was a big epiphany for me. I was always kind of a, what's the right word? Bigot? Is that the right word? I don't know. I kind of looked down on folks if they weren't traveling in a van. Shame on me, really. In fact, the Overlanding Expo is in Richmond, Virginia at the beginning of October. And it's like a 2-day drive, 3-day drive. And I thought about going up there and almost apologizing to everybody for making fun of people putting toilet paper on lanyards. Because when you're like Jeep camping and stuff, that's kind of what you do, right? And I thought that was kind of silly and ridiculous. But you know what? I realized they're doing their style of travel. Why should this mosquito is giving me the look? Some of these you smack and it's like, what have you been sucking on besides me? Because this thing is, you just squish like, blood. So gross. So anybody who's traveling is a cool dude or dudette in my book. So that's so even hotels, right? Hey, you're out there and experiencing. That's pretty cool. How are we doing here, Matt? We might end a little early tonight, and that's okay. I'm telling you, you can calculate the temperature from the rate of the cricket chirps. Really? There's probably some science to that, right? It's so nice out. The campground's filling up. I was one of two in this entire section last night. Now I've got a neighbor, which is okay. It's an Airstream. It's pretty cool. They're going to give me a tour tomorrow. So maybe there'll be a floor plan tour of an Airstream trailer. I might get up and wash my van tomorrow. I did say I can't, so Lily needs a bath so bad. All right, how we doing? Let's see, what else do I have to tell you folks? Let me look at my list. So again, if you're in the Indy area, check this out. We'd love to see you. All the stuff's on my website, gosmalllivelarge.com. If you want to be a guest on What's Up Wednesday to share your story, a travel story, talk about your van, the modifications you've done, products you like to use while you're traveling. Maybe even Fernando, what kind of hotels you like. If you want to talk about travel, this is my email address. Email me. I'm in communication with a couple of you, so thank you for that. And we will get you folks scheduled. One is he's a full-timer in a Airstream 24X. That's a really big sprinter. He's been super patient with me. And a great couple in Florida have some land, kind of northern Florida. So we're working on some ideas there too. Working with Embassy on some ideas how we can pull together. But I'm looking at kind of these festivals around that we can piggyback. I've just found that if we can piggyback on somebody else's event, not really take over, but Weird Wild West is a great example. I'm probably going back for that, third year in a row. It might be a little avant-garde for Embassy. So, but Lukenbach, we're talking about that again for next year. So I'm really trying to get my, and we're going to we being my partner Kyle and I are looking like we're going to be going to Vietnam mid-December this year to about Super Show early in January for a few weeks. So I'm pretty excited about that. And we're definitely doing the Patreon camp out at my house. We'll be updating that over the next week or so, but that is definitely on. We've got the house booked out. And if you don't want to be on as a guest, but you just want to send us a little video of a tip, a travel story, a van story, a destination, a couple, 3 minutes, you can do it. Just send it to the same email address, and it'd just be an honor to share your story with the community, the Go Small, Live Large community of awesome people. And because this ain't about me, it's about us. And that's what it's all about. I'm really excited to have Sarah and Tim on. They're really kind of excited. They're actually packing their van. They've been in their van for 10 years. They're actually headed to a oddities expo they were packing up for. So let's see if the sunset's doing anything. We'll call a wrap. I'll look for one more time. Why is this thing changing? God. It gets darker and the screen darkens, and I can hardly see myself. My hair is getting... I'm trying to do it really short here and then get it really big on top. It's kind of in a weird spot right now where it's not looking great either way. And then I'm doing the hard, trying to look young. How's that turning out? And tomorrow I'm definitely going to the gym. I'm really taking the week off of the gym. It's killing me. Let's see. So Matt, is this what I say the temperature was? Oh my God, the bugs are everywhere. In fact, the those stink bugs that kind of look like a shield, they were on my van this afternoon. I'm like, I hope there's nothing inside. Those are the dumbest bugs. But you know what's great about them? They reveal themselves in really obvious places. It's 80 degrees. So Matt, is that a 80-degree cricket chirp? This dudette is going to Smokies to paint on here in September. Can't wait to take my van out. Again, we will be so close. Yes, that's cool. Are you a painter? You'll have to explain. You got some splaining to do, Shelby. Here's Kathy. Just wondering if you have the lightning bugs where you are. I'm not in Florida. The first time I saw a lightning bug, thank you, Kathy, was when we got to Chicago out of Seattle area. And it was in June. They always come in June. And they last about a month. And I was down by the Buckingham Fountain in downtown Chicago, and it's this huge park. And I'm like sitting there by the fountain, and it was kind of dark like this back here. And as it got more and more dark, I'm like, what in the hell are these things? I couldn't believe it. And they just kind of flit around, right? They just kind of pulsate this super cool green light. Don't squish them. Oh my God, that stuff's hard to get off, right? And I don't mind those bugs. I don't mind dragonflies. Ladybugs are okay, but I was just mesmerized by them. But yeah, unfortunately, we don't have them in Florida that I'm aware of. Not where we are, southern Florida, the Bourbon Campout. Yeah, that's kind of what they all end up being. That's pretty cool. I can't wait to get back to Bisbee. Tour the Airstream plant. They have some nice vans. Yes, they do. They got some really luxurious ones for sure, right? Where is the Airstream plant? It's not in Elkhart, right? Jazz Fest in Oshkosh. That would be cool. Oh, you guys just had that. I missed it, didn't I? Yeah. As soon as I post the date, it's like the third weekend in April. It's in Bisbee, Arizona. Kind of mark the date. It's so much fun. This year we got to get weird. Like do theme nights and stuff. We had so much fun 2 years in a row. Maybe I'll wait for my other tattoo. What do you think? I want a cool tattoo with a cool story. That worked out pretty well. Show me. Love my hairstyle. Yeah, I'm really excited. I've had to change hair products because it kind of stands up now a little bit. I don't know. The Great Clips ladies always do a good job. I don't know what to do with it at this point, except cuss it out. At least I have hair to deal with, right? That's pretty cool. Looking good, Scott. Thank you, David. God love you. Here's Terry. Our entry van is the Solus, but the more we watch yours, we think our grown-up van will be an Embassy. Yeah, I'm when I stayed the night in the Dolphin last week, it was Tuesday night. You'll see that video this week is on Sunday. It'll be a longer video, but thank you, Bobby. Yeah, they've come so far. Anybody that's followed them, they really have a compelling rig. My thing's the floor plan, but now if you want windows that open, they'll put windows in. They've got color inside. The Cape Cod is over the top cool, but I'm just a van guy. And we're talking with them to do some really interesting things, Embassy. So stay tuned. But I was really pretty smitten with the Dolphin on the ProMaster. The last time I stayed in one overnight was in their parking lot in the Transit, and the Transit just doesn't. It does a lot of things for a lot of people, but just really long and skinny. I'm just 6 years in. I'm just so used to the ProMaster interior feel that I just felt more at home, even though it was an Embassy, which is a very different feel. But I think with the kind of layout that I think they call the SS, which is a couch, bed on one side and a cabinet on the other, that kind of takes the place of the permanent table that I'm just so needing. So we'll see. I was pretty smitten. They have a really powerful lithium system, and blah blah blah. So it's pretty cool. Oh, that's cool. A fine art painter. I do it for a living, believe it or not. Congratulations. That's cool. What kind of art do you paint? Is it landscapes, portraits of people? Is it, man, in a van, you should be able to get some really cool stuff. Roads of Life, what's up? No problem. You're welcome anytime. Yeah, thumb up, everybody. Appreciate that. Okay, let's see. Ohio. For the Airstream plant, they have 3 tours you can take. Really, Ohio. Am I going that way? Not really. I'm headed more south. Kentucky, I think Tennessee, Chattanooga, and then down through Atlanta-ish. All the back roads. I want to stay downtown Atlanta. One of my favorite neighborhoods. The 5 points, the 5 stars, the 5 something. Such an awesome neighborhood. Street camp there. And if you're into urban camping, in fact, for the Patreon folks, the true believers, I'm going to post that in the next couple of days. I got a spot for you in Forest Park, Illinois, which is outside of Chicago near Oak Park. My goal now that I'm doing back on the road more frequently after the sabbatical is get those posted for you. So I apologize, but if you're into urban camping, what I do for the true believers is post at least once a month a verified safe by me or someone else. Okay. Urban camping, which is really discreet parking on the street. And is it these bugs or am I just getting the heebie-jeebies? I don't know. Where's my hot tip? I put my can over there. Anyway, so all right, folks, we've got a great group in here tonight. Thank you so much. Let's see. I paint it all, but I do plein air painting competitions. That usually means landscapes and some buildings. Super cool. Wow, if you want to be a guest or send us your a little video, we'd love to, if you paint stuff while you're traveling, that's super great, right? Send me a few of those and we'd love to show those to the folks. That's super great. I've always wanted to paint. I actually took a painting class in Chicago way back. And I think it was like a weeknight for like 5 weeks. And it was really cool. It wasn't painting, it was drawing. And I just always admire. I don't have the patience for paint. I don't think so. It's here we go. Oh, that's great. Thank you, man. That'd be great. Yeah, here's the email. Send me some pictures and we'll put that up here for you. All right. Okay, folks. So we'll call it a wrap tonight. A little early. That's okay. I'm going to have some dinner and call it a night and try and do some editing. But thanks for being here. Really do appreciate it. And we'll see you next week. We'll be probably in Kentucky, is my guess. Don't know. That's kind of the beauty of the whole thing. Not sure where we'll be. So we'll say thank you very much. Journey on. Peace be with you. And we will see you next week. And mark the calendar. 28th of September. Wingamm tour from Italy with the CEO. That's pretty juicy. All right, folks. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.